Hey Zargon. Uh, I'm sorry. Let me let me give a quick explanation on something. From all the videos I've watched of you, and as you can see, I'm subscribed to you. Just so you know, I do like your stuff. I have a lot of respect for you. Uh, and when I was thinking about doing all this, one of my things, one of the main people I wanted to try and kind of stick with was basically you and Teal Deer, where you get your sources and you kind and you cite them and you source them and you show them here. You show them. I'm sorry, on your screen. Obviously, you don't know what. No, anyway, sorry, I'm being an idiot. Um, and one thing you've always pointed out is when you're wrong, you don't have a problem with someone pointing out where you're wrong, and that's something I've said before on my stuff too. If I'm wrong, please prove me wrong. I don't have a problem with this. Um, And let me just say, this is I'm not defending, or there's not. I mean, it's not like they did anything wrong, but I'm not supporting the women's march movement. I agree with you. Most of these women are fucking privileged as all shit, and they have nothing to really, cry about. But they're gonna do it anyway. But where you're wrong is, and I want to play it and the reason why I'm pointing out where you're wrong is because just like how you defended that one guy who got punched, and I can't remember his name, I had to defend a group that I really don't care for too. Partly, I'm not really defending them. Just pointing out. I don't know how to put it. I'm sorry. It's really late for me, man. um, but anyway, let me play it and we'll get to it.
Smiling upon us, my dudes. So these women's marches happened all over the West. They didn't happen in Africa. They didn't happen in Asia. They didn't happen in the Middle East. Didn't happen.
And let me say that right there, just that right there, from what I've seen of your stuff, and and even then, partly. So, I mean, I guess this should be a non-issue, but again, like I said, if I'm wrong, Alex gonna point it out, and so on. And I think some of these countries actually should do it, but it's the people that are doing it in a way, and half of them at least, except for like this one. And I can't play this one because of copyright. I don't have to link it, but this does happen. This is in Africa, and as you can see, and even say so here that it's mostly American women. So it did happen in Africa. It really did. It wasn't very big, obviously. Probably like a few hundred, I can't tell right off the bat. And again, please don't think this is like I'm right, you're wrong, or kind of a tactic. So I really enjoy your work. I really do. I love the sarcastic humor you give, and I really wish I could do that. I can make my friends laugh, people who know my sense of humor, who know me and all that. But unlike, you, Shu, and Chris Raygun, at least I don't see myself as being really funny on camera. In fact, I know I'm not, but I don't see myself having that ability, I should say. I'm sorry. Anyway, let me get to the other one. It did happen in Asia, believe it or not, and I don't know if I can play this. The Korean Herald. The Korea Herald, I don't think I can play it, sadly. But, let me see if I can at least... I got a really bad mouse, I'm sorry. If I can get to it, you know what, I might just have to play it, and just risk the copyright. I'm a really tiny channel, so I'm trying not to get, like, flagged, because I can't really fight it. So, please forgive me. But here, it is Koreans, but there is, like, a good amount of Americans in this, and I gotta find them. Here we go, let's see. That one, I think that guy, he's pretty tall for Korean. Here we go, another guy. Probably her kind of looks like... you see what I'm saying? So, however, from when if you've seen anyone who's seen any K-pop videos, oh, here we go, see? Yeah, that's definitely American, as big as that guy is. And that dude too. And I think him. But if you've seen K-pop videos, you will see how they completely like just sexualize women, and the women, like, most of them have earned a contract to where they can't even date someone. So there is, from what I understand, like some patriarchal. God, I hate saying that. I'm so sorry I have to say that, but there is some there. I've heard where it's supposedly like they're taught, the women are taught that the men are heaven and women are the earth, kind of deal. Now I talked to someone from Korea in Hello Talk, and she really hasn't told me any of this crap. But as you can see, another American, and I guess her. I don't think we got her earlier. Same thing, an American. Don't know. Same dude. But as you can see, there was influence by Americans right here. Okay. Yeah, see, a couple of Americans. So it's not all. You know what I mean? Korea, and this seems like a few hundred too. This one I can play, fortunately, because it's just someone with their cell phone. Now, let me say something about this. In Japanese culture, you either are or you're not Japanese. So, let's say me and you went to Japan. Let's just, say like we both went on vacation at the same time. And because I'm darker skinned, they wouldn't let me in the hotel, but they let you in. Me crying racism would not be a valid argument. They would simply say, go somewhere else. That'd basically be it. That is not... They have no PC culture over there. So I find it pretty funny that it's the left that are crying about, that type of shit. Or, protesting Trump in a country that can be openly racist. And I'm talking about they have their own, like, version of the N-word, basically. And... oh, well. Like, if they call you that, get over it. They have one, I think, for Koreans who were born there, too. Where it's like... I don't know how exactly it's racist, but I do know it's not exactly flattering, if I remember correctly. Same thing, even though, like... I'm friends with a Japanese woman. And she'll sit there, like, when she said if I ever go, like, oh, yeah, they're gonna love you, you're a gaijin, this and that. Which is basically, from what I looked up, was... basically, like, it was a kind of a racist term. It's like foreign or enemy. Like, foreign enemy kind of deal. Not exactly something you want to be called, but she didn't mean it in a bad way. Because, I'm sure they have racism, at least I imagine. I never asked. I should. But they don't... It's not the same here. It really isn't. But according to her, keep in mind she hasn't been there, or she hasn't lived there in several years, but she's gone back to visit family, where she stated that one of the main reasons why she stays here, one of the main ones, one, she does like it, two, is there's age and sex discrimination over there. So, like, because she's an older woman, and she's not that old, she's probably like 10 years older than me, maybe, something like that. She really can't get a job because, like, well, you're an old woman, you're used up. And in fact, I don't think these marches happen in China, but, and the reason I'm bringing that up because China has something called leftover women. In Japan, which actually makes it even funnier for these women, how stupid they are, is, there's a few Japanese people, as you saw, I'm sorry, but what makes it so stupid is, in Japan, and this is part of the culture, there's a thing like, they make a joke about Christmas cake. Basically, December 25th, you want Christmas cake. December 25th, you don't, who cares about Christmas cake? It's kind of old cake. And they had this for women. Once a woman's 25, that's her prime age to marry her. Once she's 26, who cares? She's old. Not old, but you get what I mean. It's like, well, she's older, so basically her pickings of men just drops. And Anyway, I'm sorry. I wasn't meaning to make that a little cultural lesson, but I think that I want to point out they do have some relevance, but at the same time, and you can go back to the one in Korea, like how they treat their women there, but yet they're protesting Trump over here. And there's a song. It's called what is it? Fuck. Coming of Age. Look, this K-pop and coming of age song, something like that. And I think there's one guy. It should be one of the main top ones. He talks about how that's the first song to really sexualize women in music videos. And after that, it became like women having to starve themselves. Like there's a singer. Her name is. She goes by IU, just letter I and U, and she goes on like an apple, a protein shake, and I think a pear, and water. And there's some other bands like where they're eating like just cherry tomatoes, and they work. I mean, they have to work out, do the dance practice, barely sleep, and shit like that. But yet, these dumb bitches are here or over there protesting Trump over here. It makes no fucking sense. So, that's what I was saying. You're right, but at the same time, sadly, it's kind of wrong. But again, I mean, I look forward to your response on the off chance you see this. Whether it's a comment or a video. Either way, I'll be honest, I'd be honored that you even noticed, man. And again, a lot of respect to you, man. I really like your stuff. But let me, I guess I have to end it. Anyway, on the off chance you do see this, on the off chance you do check any of this stuff, please leave a comment, let me know what you guys think of, or what you would think of it. I'm sorry, not you guys. I guess anyone, odds are others might see it. You know, do you think I'm staying true to sticking to the facts and so on, or you know, or is, I mean, the government websites, obviously I can't really, you know, go to unbiased or go to biased sources there, but the rest. Anyway, again, I'm sorry for ranting. I never thought I'd do a response video, man. In all honesty, no, never mind. There was one time it was on economics. I'm no economist, but I have listened to a guy. Oh, me do that. I'm so sorry. Again, I'm sorry. Peter Schiff. He talks about a lot of stuff with economics. Why it'd be a bad idea to raise the minimum wage, and so on, other stuff. And this guy has like 10, 18 companies, something like that. So I mean, it's safe to say this guy knows what he's doing, and he used to run a radio show at a loss to give people free economic advice. And there's even the Peter Schiff goes to Wall Street, I think, or there's one where he has like a sign that's like, I'm part of the 1%, you know, let's talk. And he's telling people what they need to do in order to stop the devaluing of the dollar. I believe he does care. I really do. So please check him out if you got time. Again, on the out chance to see this, thank you. And hey, man, take care. Best wishes to you and your family, man. I'll see ya. And everyone else, you guys take care too. Please, you know, like, comment, and all that stuff. I'm very tiny channel, so I do want to grow. It'd be nice to grow, but if not, I'm just doing this because, mostly I'm doing this because I'm tired of, you know, seeing, it's always, you know, white and blacks, and there's nothing wrong. Just because their race or their skin tone doesn't mean they're any less valid, but I just got tired of not seeing any Hispanic people, and just, it's like, you know, all Hispanics I know fucking toe the line, basically, and no one speaks out, and I got fed up with that. I just wanted to be one of the few that did speak out. And when I was first planning all this, the main one I saw was Mercedes Sierra, I think, the porn star, basically. I saw a video from her, and I didn't know she was a porn star at the time until she just said it. And then later on I found out about Chris. But, and anyone who is Hispanic, and if you, on the off chance you see this, because again, I'm not really going anywhere on this, but anyway, speak up too, make your own stuff, even if it's real tiny, if you go nowhere, someone might see it, if you put in good links, someone might be able to use that in a debate online, rather than giving like a big long-winded speech just so here's where you're wrong, here's these government statistics, here you go, shut up. Because don't wait for somebody else. Remember, you are somebody. And that's the same thing, the same mentality I took when I was doing my donations, which I didn't want to film, but I felt I had to because no one ever really believed me. But yeah, I donate to like Children's Hospital and LifeWorks, which I'm sure LifeWorks isn't universal, but it's basically a thing that helps kids who are in foster care, orphanariums and shit, and I don't know what else. I'm trying to think. I think that's about it. I guess kids who are just troubled, basically, they need counseling for something. But yeah, I mean, just if you too shy to do videos such as me, and sorry, I was trying to zoom in on my face here. I can see me, but you can't, or you will be able to once anyway. Okay, it's late and I'm tired. If you're too shy to film it, please just help out where you can. Go to a cheap dollar store, buy like teddy bears, whatever, and buy as many as you can, and just donate them. I don't really let anyone know. I don't let the people who I donate to see me because, well, you know what? I kind of explained that, I think. Anyway, I'm so sorry, guys. God, I've been apologizing a lot on this. Please like, comment, subscribe. You guys take care. I hope to, read some comments on this. I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of hate too, but that goes with the territory. See y'all to the next video.